Hey guys, we are back with the Screen Team. It's a full hour edition of the show. Thank you so much for joining us and spending your time with us as we do some movie reviewing for you this evening.
It's good.
It is good, man. We're all about movie reviews. We do new ones in the theaters. We do new ones on DVD, but we like to do this a lot. We like to give you some
a favorite.
Are you talking? You know what? Why don't you host the show?
Why
don't you just host the show? Let's start over again. Let's play the intro again. Let's play the intro, and then Sabrina can go. Go ahead. You're on.
Hey, everybody joining us just now, and you missed all the fun stuff beforehand where I totally cut off Chris during the intro. This is Sabrina J, and you're joined with Chris Berger. We're going to be talking about some cool flicks. And we've had an hour-long show. Wait. I don't even know how many movies we've talked about now. So,
well, this is our first one, so you're off to a great start, by the way.
You know, I have those moments where I get so enraptured in what we're talking about.
This is the start of the show.
Oh. I feel like we've been here forever.
Well, yeah, 60 seconds is probably a long time for the audience, too.
We are having a good time, and that's kind of how we roll.
Well, I was trying to say before is we like to do a lot of personal picks, movies from the from the vault, so to say. And we've got one that I chose that you might know about, you might not know about. It's a movie called Heart and Souls. It's a movie from the early 1990s. Stars Robert Downey Jr., right? Do I got the right guy?
Yeah, that's the right guy.
Just making
very
sure.
young.
Like I said it, and I was like, is that the right guy?
Is that
Robert
like
Downey Jr.?
pre-cocaine guy?
Yes.
It's pre-cocaine.
I think it was pre-cocaine. Yeah, the movie came out in 93. This is like,
this may be the movie that made him go to drugs.
Maybe. But what's interesting about Robert Downey Jr. is he's had such a long career.
Yeah.
He was like in that group that was with the Brat Pack and all them. And
he totally was a Brat Packer.
And, he had his career in the 90s, and then in the mid-90s to late 90s, he kind of
fell off the earth.
Yeah, so to say, with drugs and stuff like that. And then once Iron
Man came back out of nothing.
And he's like the biggest star in the world now.
And he did, the whole Sherlock thing. That's the same guy, right?
Yeah, that's the same guy.
Okay, you looked at me like, Sabrina, what are you talking about now?
No, I was just giving you trouble because you love Sherlock. You got to mention Sherlock all the time.
I love it so much. All of them.
So Heart and Souls, it's a movie came out in 1993. It's a comedy film, and it has to do with a young man named Thomas Riley, played by Robert Downey Jr. And as a child, when he's first born, his parents are driving to the hospital to deliver the baby, and they get into an accident with a bus filled with people. And the people...
With 4 people. And a driver.
Is that not filled with people?
Yes.
You've got a bus filled with people. The 2 cars get into an accident, and all the people that are in the bus pass away. But they don't pass away to another world. They kind of stay on Earth, and they get associated with this child, with Robert Downey Jr.'s character, Thomas Riley. And they just kind of hold on to him and watch him grow up from a baby to a infant to, I think, around 6 or 7. They're watching him, guiding him, teaching him what's right and what's wrong.
7 years old.
Yeah, almost like an invisible friend, but they're not invisible.
They're only invisible to everybody else.
Yes.
Just not him.
Yeah, he can see them.
And talk to them.
He
can't feel them.
And everybody kind of notices that Thomas is a little bit
He talks to himself.
A little bit weird.
He talks about them. They have names. He can describe them. And you see him as he's growing, walking around, and then these guys are being dragged, literally, because there's like a force field. They can only go so far away from him. Mm-hmm. And even if they're just sitting still, the force field just moves them across.
Yeah. Almost like a video game.
He is interacting with them in public.
Yeah.
He's been through a lot of therapy. When he gets to be 30 years old,
Well, the ghosts notice this, and they're like, you know what? We need to stop this.
Yeah.
So they go invisible on the kid, which torments
where he can't
him.
hear them and can't see them.
Which torments him, just...
He thinks he's crazy.
Yeah. So for 30 years, he doesn't see these ghosts anymore, and then the ghosts realize that they need to take care of some unfinished business before they can go on to the next world, to the next life.
Right.
Whatever that may be.
Somehow they missed a memo.
Yeah. Yeah. The angels didn't let them know that.
They missed the bus on the info about what to do, why you have this opportunity, why you're attached to this person.
They have unfinished business.
Yeah.
And they need to take care of that. So.
And their host
which is Robert Downey Jr.'s character,
is the way to make that happen.
So they reappear to him in his 30s.
While he's driving a car in the middle of the city.
Freaks him plumb out.
He crashes his car.
So he finally remembers that he remembers these folks from his childhood, has bitter feelings towards them, thinks he's crazy, but decides to help them anyway and help them move on.
And one of the things they learn in this moment of clarity that they get when they're like, oh, we've got just a small window to finish things up. They're in a hurry because they're about to be called out and they have to finish this business to succeed. So they are told you can take over his body. That's how they convince him to do their bidding. And it's hysterical. And I have to say, Robert Downey Jr. does an amazing job of bringing to life each of these personalities and qualities because they are all four very unique and different people. And Robert Downey Jr. has to, I don't even know what the word is.
Engross himself into those characters?
He has to become them as soon as they take over. And his acting on the part of it is brilliant. And it's fun. And it's entertaining. And it's an easy movie to watch.
So you like it then?
I did. I loved it. I thought it was great. I was glad you had us revisit it.
Yeah. It was funny. I was like, hey, honey, I need you to review this movie with me. You've seen it before. You're like, what is it?
I have? I still don't remember ever watching it before.
Like, I told you. I was like, yeah, it's Robert Downey Jr.'s got this and this and this, and then this happens. You're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, we saw it. You saw it in my apartment. And you, like, even watching it, you still didn't
remember any of it. It's crazy. So does it leave a lasting impression? I guess not.
Apparently not.
On me, it didn't. However,
But with this viewing, you enjoyed it.
I did, thoroughly. It was easy to watch. It was not something that I had to wrinkle my forehead up to understand and follow. It was just easy entertainment. It was joyful. It was moving without being overwhelming.
Would you say that it's a family movie? Do you think you could sit down with your husband and your son, maybe a few years older from where he is now, and
there isn't
watch
anything in this movie that he couldn't see.
Okay.
At any age.
There is a few cuss words, but nothing too bad.
Nothing like today's modern movies.
Right. The movie stars Robert Downey Jr., as we said, but it also has some other characters you might be familiar with. Charles Gordon plays Harrison Winslow in the film. Alfre Woodard plays Penny Washington. Kira Sedgwick is also in the film. One of the most beautiful women in the world, Elizabeth Shue, is in this
She's
film.
his girlfriend.
Is in it as well, and Tom Sizemore. So. You got a great cast. You've got great dialogue. Robert Downey Jr. definitely steals the show in this movie. It's called Heart and Souls, and you can find it on DVD. Coming up after the break, I've got Angie. She is going to be joining me with a review of the classic Cinderella. It's coming up next on KWOC.